Labour's shadow Northern Ireland Secretary Louise Hay was confronted over her party leader's Brexit stance as Sky News host Sophie Ridge demanded to know if Sir Keir Starmer would compromise on the UK's biggest issues, fishing and state aid. Sir Keir Starmer has written for the Sunday Telegraph to urge the government to get on with Brexit so that the country can focus on defeating coronavirus. Sky News' Sophie Ridge grilled shadow Northern Ireland Secretary Louise Hay over whether the party leader was calling for the government to compromise over the two outstanding issues that are preventing a trade deal. However, the Labour MP appeared to dodge the question as many as 3 times in the interview. Ms. Ridge asked, would Labour support the government rolling over on fishing and state aid? Ms. Hay replied, Keir Starmer has written to say Boris Johnson's actions completely compromise progress towards securing a free trade deal with the EU. The Sky host interrupted to repeat her question, saying, we know that things that are holding up the trade deal are on fishing and on state aid. So in order to get Brexit done, is Labour saying that the government should compromise on those two things? The MP shot back, the point is that these issues are not insignificant, and they're important to swaths of our economy, but they're certainly not insurmountable. What's baffling about the government's approach is that there was every prospect that those issues were going to reach agreement in the Joint Committee this week. It's really important that it is through that Joint Committee between the UK and EU that is how the agreement is reached. That is what was put forward in the withdrawal agreement and the Northern Ireland Protocol. She continued, what I would say on state aid is that the government has not used its ability to spend on state aid even whilst we've remained in the EU. The idea that we're picking a fight with the EU on this and potentially undermining the prospect of securing a trade deal is quite frankly baffling. Ms. Ridge repeated her question for the 3rd time, warning her guest that it was easy to criticize the government's actions, but there was still no clear idea of Labour's stance.